Hey guys, it's Mitch here. How y'all doing? I will be uploading a blog about this as well, but I want to do a little video too. It's about how if you take pre-workout, you're better off making your own. The commercial uh, pre-workouts, such as Jack 3D, Explode, all that stuff has a proprietary blend which basically means that they don't have to disclose what's in there, and it's under the mantra of that way nobody can steal their formula, no other company can copy it. But there's much more to it. One of those things is that there can be an extremely high amount of caffeine in there. So some people might get really jittery, they might get insomnia, they might just not or feel sick. So you have no idea how much caffeine is in there. And caffeine can be dangerous in some situations. You have no idea in general what's in there. You have no idea what kind of ingredients they can put anything in there they want. And if the FDA spots check something, then it's different. But that doesn't happen. Not regularly anyway. um, for one example, the FDA filed charges against USP Labs, which is the creator of Jack 3D and Oxy Elite. Now, this was, I think, in 2014. Some people may remember it. Basically, what happened is that they put methohexamine in the proprietary blend, which is also known as DMMA, and that has been linked to acute deaths and liver damage. Is an amphetamine derivative, amphetamine-like substance. So there's even soldiers and military personnel that got caught on a drug test that got a false positive because they're taking Jack 3D, which of course is ridiculous. Now there are some main ingredients that you want in your own pre-workout. You can buy them in like bulk powders. It's actually much cheaper. I'm going to walk you through it real quick. You'll be able to find all my data, the Amazon links to buy it, and the empirical research as well, so you can see that what I'm saying has been researched. It's a little technical jargon, but if you grab a dictionary, then you can definitely figure it out. So the first one is going to be beta-aniline, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. It's an amino acid, which means it is a constituent of protein. Proteins are consist of amino acids, and there's many amino acids that aren't proteins as well. My bad. So amino acids merely are like building blocks of various materials in your body, and this beta-aniline basically all it does, it increases intramuscular carnosine levels, and intramuscular just means in your muscles, and that reduces fatigue. It improves your endurance, increases muscle mass slightly, so it's slightly anabolic. The average dose, so if you had the powder, you would put 5 grams in there, and if you use the link that I supplied, you would get 100 servings for only $18, so it's really cheap. The next one up would be betaine. It's found in certain plants. It can also improve endurance. It increases human growth hormone in your body, which in turn increases insulin like growth factor 1. And these two substances are extremely anabolic. They're both involved in the hypertrophy process, which is recovery of your muscles. So those are important hormones. The effective dose is only 2 grams, so you'd get 250 servings for only $16. Now, caffeine, it's obviously most of us are quite familiar with it. It increases your muscle endurance and your strength. It's really cheap. Now, I would recommend taking 200 to 400 milligrams. 400 milligrams is really in the high side. That's for people that are capable of drinking 10 cups of coffee a day. Usually 200 to 300 does it for me. But you're going to notice, your body is adaptive. You're going to notice after a while that you're going to get used to it. Most people start increasing dose, because it's not working anymore. My philosophy is just stop taking it for a while, and then after a while you can start doing it again. Anyway, If you compare it, coffee has about 100 milligrams of caffeine, so you can gauge it against that. Green tea depends on the brand, about 35 to 70. Coke, just Coca-Cola, has 30. And if you buy the powder that I list, it will be 150 to 300 servings, depending on how much milligrams you take, for $14. So that stuff is dirt cheap. Next up is citrulline, which is also an amino acid. Basically, I'm sure you guys heard of NO products like nitric oxide. That is actually a substance in your body. Citrulline basically increases nitric oxide in your body, which in turn opens up your blood vessels, which in turn increases blood flow, which in turn increases nutrient supply to your different muscles, which then increases endurance, and also a reduction in DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle syndrome, which is basically the soreness you get after working out. So citrulline can help with that because your blood vessels are open, they're wider. It's easier for the nutrients to get through and be transported. It's easier for the waste materials such as lactic acid to be removed from the injury site where you worked out, and that reduces your recovery. So that's a really nice one. Ornithine is another ingredient, which is also an amino acid. It also reduces exercise fatigue, so you can go longer. It increases lipid oxidation, which is just the primary fat burning mechanism that your body has. Your body can take energy from carbohydrates, various other ways, and fat. So the lipid oxidation is what a lot of people are after, obviously, to lose fat. The effective dose is 2 grams, which means 250 servings cost $32, which is also cheap. Now you have to buy all of these, obviously, but in the long run, you get a couple hundred servings more. Then the last one is theanine, which I consider pretty important because it works synergistically with caffeine. So it really works against that caffeine crash, which is really nice because I get those pretty bad. It's generally found in tea, and empirical data has shown that it can reduce the effects of stress, both mentally and physically. It increases the production of nitric oxide as well. It improves alertness and other cognitive functions, I think memory and such. And the effective dose is very small. It's 100 to 250 milligrams. So if you're going to get this one, you're going to need a scale that can weigh in milligrams. Now, because it's so small, 200 to 400 servings will cost you $18. Now, that's all there is to it. Now, once you get these ingredients, all you have to do is buy them online. You can probably find them somewhere else too. If you find them cheaper, that's fine. Then what you want to do is get a scale, mix them all together. It's going to taste absolutely horrible, but remember the reason that some of those pre-workouts taste a little bitter is because there's crap in there that you really don't want to put in your body. Now, all these that I've mentioned are animal cruelty-free. No, just kidding. They are completely natural, so they're not going to make you bloated. They're not going to make you sick unless you take too much, like caffeine. And I mean, you could put some stevia or something in there, but I mean, suck it up. It's just a little gulp, you know. Another side note to pre-workout is the fact that you do get used to it, as I mentioned earlier. So I would recommend taking a break from it rather than increasing doses. And trust me, I've tried both. Other than that, I'll make a blog post, and there will be all the links as well. So I hope this was useful to you guys, and just let me know what you thought.